Alright, so we'll continue on the camera theme, but let's focus on the Wi-Fi one. So using cable for a older security system, easy peasy. The problem with this, so I'm trying to get from whatever I'm inputting out to YouTube. So the only way, the first test of this was I had to do this on a phone. Then I had to mirror the phone to the computer and then use the computer to get to OBS to get to YouTube. So we're trying, I forgot I had this. So I talked with my AI buddy. I forgot I had these. So this is not a phone. Soon, hopefully within the next 5 years, there'll be an AI pod, which will be an handheld AI. It can do a lot of stuff for you. But I have this. This is kind of like an AI pod. It's a G5. It does everything, but it's not a phone. So we talked about maybe using an Android box and other ideas to get this out to YouTube. So this is Android. It has Android 14 on it. I got it on Petsu. I got this on YouTube. I was using it to listen to music at nighttime when I was sleeping. So there's a lot of apps on it I don't need, but it has Google Play. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some apps off of this that I don't need. And I just got an idea to check this. There's some apps that AI suggested that I can use to find out the exact guts of this, what's going on in here. Because what I was thinking, USB-C to HDMI, he said this won't work. Some USB-Cs are only power only. Some are power and data. So they're thinking that this USB-C won't do HDMI. It might do USB-C to Ethernet, which is a adapter. They're all little adapter thingies. Some sort of, but he doesn't know. So what we're going to do, and all of this is so I can figure out how to finagle a wireless, I should say, out to YouTube. So I can make little scenes here and there. Outdoor in the backyard. So I don't have to mag around the phone. So I have this one, and then I have an older one too. This one here, it kind of got banged up, but this one's an older one. I don't think this is Android something. I don't know what this one is. I was using it for it to sleep with. Headset, little sleepy music kind of deal. This one I got a while ago and I lost it, and then I found it. This is a newer one. So let's first go to settings here. So what I want to do is get rid of some of these app action going on here. Or at least there's 45 apps on here. So we don't want to disable whatever I can disable. Disable that, because I don't need any of that stuff. Android switch. We don't want that. 8 player. I don't know what that is. Let's disable that. Because what I want to do is try to limit the amount of stuff that's being used on here. All the stuff I don't need. It should take it off. Basic daydreams. Let's see, Chrome, leave that on there. FM radio, I guess I could leave that on there. Gboard. Libby, I don't know what Libby is, but let's disable that. And then we're going to add Music FX, parent control, Spotify. I definitely don't need that. That seems like that would be a big draw of energy or usage. Spotify Kids don't need that. So let's get some of this stuff out of here. DLC, YouTube we want, but we don't want YouTube Kids. So let's disable that. So I'm just trying to just get some stuff off we don't need. We just did that one. Zappa, whatever that is, we're going to disable it. Alright, so that took away some things, not all of them. And now we're going to add VLC. I'll leave that VLC. Video to... Alright, let's go back to here. So I just took some stuff off of here. Oh, Pandora. Let's get Pandora off of there. I took away some of the thingies here that I don't want. So, the suggestion I got for the first, to find out what's on this hardware, is AID. This is all because of this. I'm trying to learn new ways that I can communicate with this, other than using a phone. Android box is one of the ideas, but then I have to go out and buy one. I have an older one though, but then I remember to have this. This is Android 14, so we might have luck here. So, Google Play. So now we're gonna go to AIDA 64. That's what I want. Install. 64 gigabytes on this. So it's just like having a phone without having a phone. And I would assume within the next 5 years you'll have. Okay, so now it's all right. So it's now we'll communicate with my buddy over here. 64 installed. So we're going to learn about what's on this. I want to find out the system on here. Unexpected. CPU. Okay, so this is telling me what's going on in here. Alright, now I had some weird. I saw some weird photos. Some weird photos came on that when I was doing that. Oh, what did I just do? I saw some weird photos. That's practically pretty common now. It doesn't show hardware information. Now it displays graphics. All right, but I went to CPU. We're here now. We're at CPU. It says 8 times. Okay, the CPU is the exact page where I wanted you to start. Can you tell me what it says on these items? Model. Plug this in. I've never done anything like this. I'm always learning something new. It's fun. I got MediaTek. HELIO P22. So what I'm doing is trying to figure out what else I can do with this. Excellent. That's the kind of information we're looking for. It tells me quite a bit. CPU is a P22. 8 cores. Yeah, 8 times 1500. Good for everyday Androids. So it should run Wansview, YouTube, Firefox, SSH to Ubuntu. Next page I'd like to see is RAM. So when I went back here, you'll see there's weird pictures down there. I don't know what that's all about. So now I'm looking for go to GPU. I don't see a GPU. I see display. Display? I guess display is GPU, right? So go to display. Perfect. Display is another good one. Resolution, yep, 720. Screen size. I don't see a GPU though. Oh, there it is, GPU version. Now I see it. GPU version. This has been sitting up on my bedside for quite some time. I was like, wait a minute. So we started talking about how else I can do this, because the whole concept of going from a phone, a mirror, to the Windows computer is a real pain in the buns. as soon as you touch the phone, then you see what's going on. So I want to take that out of the equation somehow and get this to YouTube. All right, so I see OpenGL. It says OpenGL. Yes. 3.2 build. See, now if this was an AI pod, I wouldn't be doing this and talking on the computer. I'd be doing just this with him. Or them. Put it at them. It tells us graphic capabilities of the device. Here's what we've learned so far. What the open build means. So I'm reading the information I get off of this. Smooth Android, YouTube. I paid a good amount of money for this. I think I got this on Amazon. Okay. Here's what discovers next. Most emulators for older games. I knew I could use this stuff. Memory confirms the actual memory. Let's go back to memory. See, there's more of those weird pictures down there. I don't know what that's all about. CPU system. I'm not seeing it. System. Total memory. Installed RAM, 4 gigabytes. That's actually pretty good. Phones, you need it for a phone. You need to have at least, like this phone here's got 12, and then they use half of it. If you got anything that's 2 is way too low. So 4 gigabytes storage. General says give me 5 stars for general. Workshop companion, give me 5 stars. AI, OBS source, because HDMI output is in limited factor, not the CPU. So next thing we want to do is look at sensors. More weird stuff. It's the same weird stuff down there. See, it gets all weird stuff. What did I put there? Oh. I just lost it.
So we have to go all the way up here. Oh, the gosh, I never got a little like that one.
Oh.
So, we told the house. Maybe you send back. Said get it every year. I go, I don't.
Yeah, alright, we'll figure it out. Alright, so like going and looking at the sensors. It says many readings. At first, you feel warm because it shows everything. I meant in Excel. That's exactly XYZ. Yes, XYZ. XYZ rotates. It tells it. What does that matter? It means that it knows the orientation. Okay. That's why. Okay, so I'm not really sure what I need to be looking for in here. Okay. What next? What next? USB. Here's an order to go in USB. That's the most important one we're interested in, USB. I wonder what that's under. I don't see. It's what is that under? What is it under? USB, I don't see it. Thermal devices. Devices. Okay, huh. It says my. Click that on there. I just got a weird thing on there that. Okay. Oh, I got a word. I got a weird. error 91 virus to Google. Unexpected this is. To Google. Close. The error 92 Google is not a virus. It's a fairly common date error. It usually means places that had trouble downloading. So it says clean sweep plus. Is this going to be a paid thing? It's not a Google app. If you're trying to install it, doesn't mean no. I can't get to. Let's make this a clean. So it is making me install it. I'd be cautious. No, I got there unexpected. Yeah, I got here when I tried to go. It says when I went to devices, the error screen popped up. More likely an advertisement display. Like, tap back instead of I can go back. It won't let me get out of it. Oh, what the flip. I have to exit out. Okay, there we go. Tap back and reopen it. Devices. Oh, now I got it. Alright, now I went. Okay. So now I see Vulkan. VULKAN. Vulkan device. Vulkan device. Sections for the creators. Things like Power VR, Rogue, GE8320. Built around a hardware combination that was used in many reliable mid-range Android bases. So we're still learning about what this. So far, so good. GPU that comes with the Halo P22. It supports OpenGL, Vulkan hardware, Android neutral networks. Good fit for network. Android. Download. Codecs. Trying to figure out where else he says I have to go. Not seeing anything else. System. Battery. Why is this about battery? Battery. This is USB port. 3150 mAh.
Okay, Roxy?
It's the battery. What else did he ask? I'd add device info. One more device info. He's asking me to put in another app. Search. Device info. Device info HW. Install. I would never know this if it wasn't for AI. Okay. Let's see what this one does. Okay. Okay. In. Now what? No. I am in device info. I'm here. Perfect. Most my favorite Android hardware apps. Some areas it gives you more details than what we just did. What do you want to know? First, check these tabs. SoC. SoC. Okay. Confirms CPU. Cores. Okay, I see that. GPU, there's a rogue. I see it there now. Okay. General. Model. Alps. It's actually a APLS G5. APAL. Oh, I did it backwards. ALPS G5. It's common. It says look for these tabs. Oh, lots of tabs here. USB. That's the one we're interested in. And of course, the normal one. Keep that over a second. It says device not found. USB, 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 no device. It means nothing is currently plugged into USB. Flash drive, hub, mouse. Okay, so he's telling me I have to add something. Not power. Not power. Not power. Alright, so I'll come back to that in a minute. What else? Alright, what else? System. Screen. Memory. I like this one better. This is a lot better. Yeah. So now we're getting to the fun part. What hidden capabilities does this Android have? Here's a few things I'd like to investigate in order. Development options. Turn them on if you haven't already. Bluetooth mounts applications. I see apps. This is actually pretty cool. I'm learning a lot right now. Okay. Sensors. Yeah, this is much better then the other. This one, I like this one. Android Lab. Call it the Android Lab. Alright, so applications. So the whole concept of this is to be able to use it on here. But what I wanted to use is the USB. Input. What's input? Alright, so you said something about debug. How do I get to debug? Developmental options, which is hidden unless you enable it. Open settings. Open settings. Go back. Open settings. Scroll down to about. Find build. Build number.
Roxy, you're driving me crazy. You're right in front of me. Good, Roxy. Stop.
7 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Okay. Dev mode. Now what? Where'd it go? I just added a new mode. I don't see it though. Let's connect this to an Ubuntu. So I've got 2 Ubuntu systems. Where? Oh. This is where is it? Where is it? I lost it. Where is dev? That's this one. So we like this one better. 64 is cool, but this one's better. I like this one. Settings, system settings, developmental 2. System settings. Never showed up. Did I not hit it enough? About it. 1. You don't need, you already just says I am a dev.
Pads around somewhere now. Where the hell I went to? Got all 15 things to watch the flow with nothing works.
Search. Go to search. Oh, you lost it now. Oh, there it is. Dev. Use developer options. Okay, I think this is it. Okay. It says USB debugging. Turn it on if it's not already on. USB debugging. Okay. On. Cool. Here's what we do next. I'd stop charging settings for a while. Next fun experiment is if we can connect 60. Okay, so I'll have to do that. We'll do that later. Let's do that later. Do that later. What else here? Here. I could put it on the phone, AI, and they could talk to me back and forth, but stay awake keeps the screen on while charging. Stay awake. Let's see, stay awake. Whoop, no, I can't. Let me do that. Nope. Lots of stuff here, huh? Show taps displays a dot where you touch the screen. Don't see that either. Show taps. Show notifications. Background check. Disable USB audio routing. What does that mean? Media. Force. MS. Override. So these are all things you can change. You can do them on your phone too. What else did he say? Show refresh rate. Force dark mode. You get the point. We're just trying to set this up so that I can use it. So we'll just call it. I'll play around with it some more. What we want to do, default USB. How about OIC? How about in default USB settings? This is where I want to be. I know it is. I want file transfer USB tethering. That's what I want. This option tells us these capable. Yeah, I see all. I see all. I'm right. This is what I want right here. USB tethering. Most file transfer between file transfer. Let's say share its network connection with a computer over the